What's good, y'all? Happy Halloween. I hope you're having an amazing day today. Hope y'all stay safe today. Um, this year just flew by, bro. But if y'all are dressing up as anything, let me know. But yeah, man, hit that like and sub. We're gonna jump right into this. It's called 10 Shocking Crimes Committed on Halloween. Shout out watchmojo.com. Yeah, man. Appreciate all the love. Anyone rocking with these? Just gonna go right into it.
Mr. O'Brien had a raincoat on, and unbeknownst to his friends who he was with, he had the pixie sticks shoved up the sleeve of his raincoat.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most horrific crimes that have occurred on All Hallows Eve.
It was just unheard of. This sort of thing did not happen in Fond du Lac ever.
The dastardly dentist. Some dentists give floss and toothbrushes on Halloween. Others stick to cavity-inducing sweets to drive a business.
Here you go, children. Sugar-flavored, sugar-coated pieces of sugar.
William Vincent Shine crossed a line on Halloween 1959 when he gave trick-or-treaters heart-shaped laxatives. The authorities unearthed 450 pills, at least 16 given to children. While some became ill, thankfully, nobody died.
That's just cricket.
Fast, effective relief.
That's just
Within the ensuing
like a
days,
fetish to
the
hurt
police
people
tracked
type
down
shit.
Shine and nurse Hazel Engelby, who was believed to be his accomplice. Although they claimed to have only passed out lollipops, the evidence suggested otherwise. Engelby got off, but Shine was found guilty, receiving a brief jail stint and a $525 fine. The state dental board put him on probation as well. In the following years,
That's crazy,
Shine's
bro.
marriage collapsed as he was also tried for insurance fraud. The trick-or-treat murder. Just an hour of Halloween
When it
remained
rains,
in
it pours.
1957 when Peter Fabiano answered the door. Instead of a late trick-or-treater, Fabiano was confronted by a grown person concealed behind face paint and a domino mask. The stranger was also hiding a gun in their paper bag, firing at Fabiano. His wife Betty overheard, but by the time Peter was
What
taken
the
to the
hell?
hospital, it was too late. The shooter was revealed to be Joan Rebel, who was enlisted by Betty's friend, Goldine Pitzer. Infatuated with Betty, Pitzer claimed that Peter had been mistreating his spouse, convincing Rebel to execute him. Both were sentenced to 5 years to life, although Pitzer was a free woman when she died in 1998, while Rebel vanished from the public eye. Killed over candy. It's common for people to get defensive over their
crazy,
Halloween
bro.
candy, but murder is never a rational
I have such a
reaction.
sweet
In
tooth, it's
2011,
bad.
55-year-old Liddell Peoples' Halloween candy mysteriously disappeared.
making me crave
Peoples
some gummy
accused
worms.
his sexual partner, Maria Adams, since his possessions typically went missing when she spent the night. Although Adams denied snatching the treats, Peoples found his candy in her coat pocket. Thus ensued a fight involving thrown plates and steak knives, with Adams being stabbed to death. Peoples considered abandoning Adams outside, but since they had recently engaged in intercourse, he knew the police would trace the crime back to him. So he got dressed and called 911, leading to his arrest. Found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder, Peoples received a 30-year prison sentence.
That's it.
Rebello is a trusted marketplace for certified refurbished goods that connects you with vetted local refurbishers.
How did he only get 30 years? And why are you crashing out over candy, my boy? Especially if you love the person. Just go get some more or share. Jesus Christ. He should have got life if he killed her.
The Halloween Killer. Trick-or-treater Lisa Ann French planned to spend Halloween 1973 with her friend Ann Parker. Since Parker was grounded, though, French flew solo. She eventually arrived at the house of Gerald Miles Turner, never to be seen alive again. After being a suspect for 9 months, Turner finally confessed, being sentenced to more than 38 years. Turner was released early in 1992 for good behavior, but he returned to prison in 2003 upon violating his parole. Although Turner completed his sentence in 2018, French's mother launched an online petition to keep him incarcerated.
This sort of thing did not happen in Fond du Lac ever.
Turner has since been moved to the Sand Ridge Secure Treatment Center as the courts decide his fate. 50 years later, this heinous crime continues to affect the Fond du Lac community. Johnny Frank Garrett. In the early hours of Halloween 1981, Sister Tadea Benz was found dead in her convent room. Several days later, the police apprehended teenager Johnny Frank Garrett, who was a neighbor of the 76-year-old nun. Garrett was convicted of assaulting and murdering Benz, with his execution set for January 6, 1992.
We're assembled here today to witness the execution of Johnny Frank Garrett.
Pope John Paul II appealed on Garrett's behalf, resulting in a reprieve that lasted a month. Although forensic psychiatrist Dr. Dorothy Lewis argued that Garrett was living with multiple personality disorder and childhood trauma, the execution ultimately went through on February 11, 1992.
Anything you want to say to us right
He's
now,
looking
son?
rough.
I would like to tell you for a final time
Ooh.
that I am innocent.
Garrett's last words have been debated, but many believe that he thanked his family for looking after him before telling the rest of the world to kiss his rear end. Egging gone wrong. Nobody likes getting egged on Halloween, but it's generally a harmless prank that doesn't stick with people beyond November 1st.
Hand over the candy, old dude, or we egg your house back to the Stone Age.
Some eggs crack louder than others, however. According to the New York Times, at least 24 individuals were wounded or killed due to Halloween eggings between 1984 and 2010. Among the most tragic cases occurred in 1998, when Carl Jackson accompanied his girlfriend and her son to a party. On the way, their car was hit with eggs. Jackson confronted the teenagers responsible before returning to the passenger seats. Suddenly, one teen removed a gun, killing Jackson with the shots. Curtis Sterling was sentenced to 20 years for the senseless crime. Jackson's mother annually sent Sterling a Halloween card reading, "I'm glad you're still there." Son of Sam.
Bro, how do people be murdering people and be getting 20, 30 years? I don't get that shit. I know maybe if they're like underage or like really young or whatever, but still, bro, like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Strikes again.
His neighbors describe him as basically nice,
Basically
quiet,
nice.
kept to himself.
On Halloween 1981, Ronald Sisman and his girlfriend Elizabeth Platzman were having a photo shoot when masked strangers knocked on the door. Although they initially ignored them, the two eventually answered. Not long after, the couple was found dead in the ransacked apartment, their driver's licenses and Sisman's .25 caliber pistol missing. Some suspected that the crime was drug-related. The most bizarre theory links the murders to David Berkowitz, aka Son of Sam, who was incarcerated at the time. An informant claims that
always
Berkowitz
creeps me
told him
out
that his
seeing these
cult was
older
going to
black and
commit a
white
Halloween
photos, bro.
ritual killing at an apartment resembling Sisman's. Sisman also supposedly possessed a Son of Sam snuff film. No such video was ever found, nor were those responsible for the murders. The Liskey Griffin Family Massacre. Devin Griffin thought he was the target of an elaborate Halloween prank when he returned home to find his mother, stepfather, and brother slain. Realizing that this wasn't a gag, Griffin alerted his aunt, who called the authorities.
Okay, don't
That would
touch
be
anything,
horrible.
Lori, okay? Don't touch anything.
It wouldn't be long until the police arrested Griffin's older stepbrother, William B.J. Liskey, who was hiding out in a family cabin. Following a phone call with his biological mother, Liskey confessed, attributing his crimes to mental illness and Satan's influence. He was sentenced to 3 life sentences with no possibility of parole. Liskey was only about 4 years into his sentence when he took his own life in 2015. Meanwhile, Devin Griffin graduated and married his high school sweetheart, starting a family together.
I missed all the cool things my brother did, but when it came to when I turned 23, that hit me pretty hard too.
Damn,
It's not
dude.
just about saving time, it's about expanding what's possible.
It's like, now I'm officially older than he ever was.
The Toolbox Killer's last murder. For 5 agonizing months in 1979, teenage girls were targeted by Lawrence Bittaker and Roy Norris. These two were nicknamed the Toolbox Killers due to their instruments of torture. Their reign of terror came to an end after October 31st of that year. Shirley Lynette Ledford was hitchhiking home from a Halloween party when Bittaker and Norris picked her up. She apparently
Fuck
knew
that,
Bittaker,
bro.
who was a regular at the restaurant where she worked.
In a van,
Ledford
too?
tragically didn't survive the night, but she would be the pair's last known victim. 20 days later, Bittaker was arrested for another crime while Norris was apprehended for violating parole. It was only a matter of time until they were linked to Ledford and 4 others, dying in prison.
No girl that entered the van ever survived.
Not
Right.
when we were together doing those sorts of things, no.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
Bro,
and ring the bell to
what?
get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. The man who killed Halloween. Finding himself $100,000 in debt, Ronald Clark O'Brien attempted to erase his financial woes in the most monstrous way imaginable, taking his son Timothy and daughter Elizabeth trick-or-treating in 1974. O'Brien gave them pixie sticks laced with potassium cyanide, hoping to collect the life insurance. To throw suspicion off him, O'Brien gave poisoned pixie sticks to 3 others. While those 3 and Elizabeth never ate their candy, Timothy tragically did. Following an autopsy and a look into O'Brien's finances, the police quickly connected the dots. The following June, it took a jury less than an hour to find O'Brien guilty and just over an hour to settle on the death penalty. History remembers O'Brien as the Candyman, or the man who killed Halloween. Which Halloween crime shook you to the core? Let us know in the comments.
You convict that devil, I swear to God, he will kill again.
Check out these other clips from Watch.
That laxative one was pretty nuts, but they're all crazy, bro. R.I.P. to anyone that lost their lives. But yeah, bro, that was a good video. Pay attention to your surroundings. Stay safe. Don't trust anyone. You just never know, bro. Anyone can snap. Anyone could change. Things happen within seconds. Seconds matter, definitely. So just stay on yourselves. But yeah, man. I feel like a lot of these should have got more time, but it was a different time back then, I guess, than a lot of these. But yeah, man, let me know if you want to see more of these. I'm down for whatever, but I hope y'all have an amazing day. Thanks for the love. Yeah, stay safe out there. Let me know more shit to watch, man.